All right, y'all. So look, today won't be a very serious video, but watch until the end because I think it might be worth it. But today, it's Friday. I feel good. I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to just have a little bit of fun, a little bit of, rapport, and we just gonna chop it up, right? So what's good with y'all boys, right? Um, all right. So listen. So basically, today I was thinking while I was at work, I was like, yo, like DoorDash is crazy, but being delusional is even crazier, right? So peep game, right? It's funny how things work. So peep game. So I was at work and I was listening to a what's the dude name for a purpose driven men channel, right? I was listening to one of his videos about modern life and how to like whatever, right? Whatever. All right. In the video, right? It's crazy. In the video, he said something like, "Yo, man, DoorDash don't want you to know how to cook no more and everything like that, right?" So I'm just like, "Yo, that man cooking, bro," because I remember when I was on DoorDash, when I never cooked nothing. Like DoorDash replaced my stove. As a matter of fact, this might even seem crazy, but man, I was so hooked to DoorDash, bro, that I was literally using DoorDash like it was Facebook or Twitter, but because I like food. So I'm sitting there like, man, I wish that I could send this like, Philly cheesesteak a message saying like, yo, what's good, bro? Like I literally used it like it was Facebook. And that was like the craziest thing because there's not a whole bunch of ways to even talk to like the driver. Like you can call the driver, you can text the driver, but some drivers don't even like reply back to you half the time, right? So it's just like whatever, but I swear like I was really using it like it was a social media. It was crazy. But then, as I'm listening to the video, I was just like, yo, man, what if DoorDash, what if DoorDash and these landlords are trying to universally collapse the stove industry, right? Because think about it, right? What if they started building apartments like maybe unfinished or even fully furnished, well, yeah, even fully furnished apartments? What if they started to do that, but they didn't like include stoves, and which would drive up DoorDash sales, right? It's crazy to think about, but what if this was like a reality? This might even be a real thing. I don't even know for real. But what if they did that? And then what if they charged you more for an apartment that had a stove in it? What if they actually charge you for that? Wouldn't that be crazy? Like, and it's crazy because on two fronts, the landlords and property management will get a bunch of money, right, from people who pay the rent at these apartments that don't have a stove, and for the ones that do want a stove, they get money, and then DoorDash gets money. So it's a joint effort, right? And it's really crazy because one of the things that I never thought about, right? Just hear me out. One of the things that I never thought about was how come DoorDash never sent me a notification saying, yo, if you cook at home tonight, we will give you 50% off if you can provide us proof that you made a meal from scratch, start to finish. Isn't that wild to you guys? Like they'll have coupons for Sundays and holidays and big sport events, but they don't have none, right? Because that's their thing. They want to control you. They want to control your stove. Did you know, like, if you have a smart stove, first of all, if anybody has a smart stove, y'all rich. But hold on though, because it gets kind of crazy, right? Because in my head, did you know that 4 out of 5 corporate DoorDash employees get notified when you cut on the burner to your smart stove at your home? Like you're active, like you are actively, and I mean actively killing someone's whole quarterly bonus when you cut your stove on, which is actually insane. If this actually was the case, if this was the case, that would be crazy, bro. Can you imagine? Like it's like somebody's at work one day, they get up for work excited, and it's like, oh, sorry, Jim. Turns out Stacy lather more than turned her actual stove on, so therefore, sorry, man, you're out of a bonus, man. Like, right? Like, can you imagine if that was the actual reality? Like, right? Like, like it just got me. It just got me thinking. Like, what if this was a reality that we're living in? Because if we take a step back, right? I personally think apartments that get built, and if they weren't to include a stove, would probably be an American thing, right? Because as Americans, we love our convenience, we love our comfortability. Making food for yourself isn't really convenient. It's actually like work to do. So it would be American, in my opinion, to remove the stove out of your house entirely and just have you and just have a big QR code in your house that goes straight to DoorDash or Uber Eats. I mean, that would be American. Like, come on, bro. I think that would be American. I really do think that. Like, that's coming. You heard it first here, folks. That's coming. That is coming to America, to a city near you. I'm trying to tell you, I'm putting y'all on game. You heard it here first, folks. Like, if you ain't hear it from nobody, you heard it from me. All right, cool. So the next thing, right, that I was thinking about was being delusional. Being delusional, right? Because I think, and I kind of already, and maybe I already said this in a different video, but I think that being delusional is a superpower, right? Because it is the act of believing in something about yourself that has not been proven. It hasn't happened yet, right? Like, you can literally believe so hard, be super delusional, and end up being a whole US president out of nowhere, right? Like, you can actually, if you believe hard enough, so hard, it might actually come true. You might actually be like the president. Like, which is crazy, but is it really that crazy though? Like, I mean, hey, if you have a will, then there's a way. I mean, that makes sense, right? So here's the thing, right? I'm actually delusional. I am super delusional. Like, I want this YouTube thing to work so bad. And here's my philosophy that I told a friend about random stuff, right? So my friend is an engineer. And the other day, me and him were talking, and he was just like, yo, man, I can't get any, clients, and I feel like really down, and this and this and this and the third. I told him, I said, in order for you to get, clients, why don't you just pay yourself and dress up as your own client? But not only that, you talk to yourself like you have a back and forth with yourself as the engineer and the client. Even dress up and pretend that you're a whole different person and just go in there and just start, doing whatever that engineers do. Like, that's what I'm saying. That if you want it bad enough, you're going to do that because you believe in yourself so bad that even in the worst of times, in your journey of whatever, you're going to get by any means, even if it means being super delusional, right? Because sometimes being delusional is all that we have. Okay? Like, for example, I want this YouTube thing to work so bad that I tell myself that every time I get on this app, I'm gonna go on the app and I'm gonna see that I have 5,000 new subscribers, 50,000 new subscribers, 500 million new subscribers, 5 billion new subscribers, and 500 billion video views. Does it actually happen? No, but I really strongly feel that it might happen. So again, being delusional is sometimes all that we have. Now, in conclusion, the tie-in, if you will, right? If you're not a little delusional about what you can become in life, you might just wind up having your stove taken out of your house and being told to order DoorDash. So, hey man, what you want to do, bro? It's all up to you, gang. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna choose being like delusional over having my stove out of my house. So, if you found this video remotely funny or whatever, this was a non-serious video. This is unusual for me to kind of like step out of my video zone, but I wanted to do this because it's a Friday. Everybody's just hanging out, cooling, chilling, and it's a nice day to just be positive, crack some jokes, and just rock out. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, the Holy Trinity, and I will see you guys on the next one. Oh, if you want to see my other videos, which are motivational, click the link. It's the first link. It's my playlist link. Click that link down below to watch more. And if you want to connect with me on my other socials, click the link down below as well, the one below the actual playlist, and we will get to it. Let's get to it. So come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, now I'm out for real. Peace.